Hello, the game has started. It's my opponent to go first. I've got a non-bingo-y rack, and the F and V, although scoring tiles, go badly together. However, I have vowels which always help with playing scoring tiles, so I have 5 and fiver on my rack. There could be an 8 with this rack. I've got the Ifia ending with VO, but nothing is coming to mind. If opponent changes, I will be playing fiver. Okay, he doesn't. Do any of these floaters give me a bingo? Not seeing anything with the A. I've got the over prefix, but IIF not helpful. Wife and wive. No, I'm not seeing anything. Or takes a W in front, but nothing else. So, where to play? I think down here, because I get the V doubled and value from the W. Fiver for... I'm going to play 5 instead. The R on my rack definitely helps I and O. And I think it presents less to opponent. Yeah, and I'm glad I kept the R. 5 vowels. And again, I have a scoring tile, which is good, so I should be playing through this. I could play FICO, leaving EIOR, and FOCI, only 18 points. Great, opponent is not scoring either. A WE takes an L after it, and only an L. What about a play in column 8? Any of my vowels can go to the left of the F, but do I have a 5-letter word? Well, I have a 6-letter word, but it doesn't play. Kuri. Isia ends in a consonant. Gosh, there could be one, in which case it would score well, but I'm not seeing it. Just wondering about Corie, C-O-R-I-E. I don't think that's good. And what about placing my R under fiver? And do I have Isia? No, I don't. I was looking in row G. I think I'm going to score the most here. My R can go underneath AI. Gosh, well, what about Roofy? I've just seen this. And it's not so much the score, it's the rack leave which I find attractive about this. Most of the other moves I considered left me with vowel-heavy rack leaves and were just asking for a similar rack next turn. This definitely deals with that. In fact, I can do this, which I think is slightly better. I'm going with this. Okay, well, no more vowel preponderance, but some high-scoring tiles, which is an alternative way of not having a bingo. I have Jackie in row D, which is going to score a lot. Oh, and that stays available. Fantastic. So this is 68 points. Is this best? Yeah, well, what about jockey? I think jockey is good, in which case this is better. Fantastic. Oh well, I retained an A rather than an O and have been rewarded with a duplicate. And now this is a different sort of non-bingo rack. No scoring tiles, no vowel preponderance in the order of 5 or more, but no bingo and therefore difficult to score well with. And the main floater, or one of the floaters, is a tile I've already got duplicated, but I suspect there may not be an 8 with this rack. Certainly none has come to mind. So I was able to get rid of all 4 scoring tiles last turn. And I think that was right. Jokey is also good and would have prevented such a, well, it would have provided a different sort of scoring experience, and the C would have been a bingo-y tile to retain. But I think playing the C got 6 extra points. Great, 21 for opponent, so I still lead. And, well, I think row E, surely. But is there a way of playing the U? Well, there is. I can do this. Duplicate R, not ideal, but not terrible either. And I think duplicate R, preferable to retaining a U. Only 19 points, but I was going to struggle to score with this rack. So, I'm going with this. Wow, 3 sets of duplicates. However, nice scoring tile in the H. And hair would sort out all the duplicates and leave a decent rack leave of AIR. And right now I do have hair in row J, still 1 C to come to go in front of hair. Now, what else is available? I've still got the R for fiver, but any play in row I is likely to provide access to this triple word square and not score hugely. I would have Rahui through a U, still 3 to come. And still both blanks to come, and neither of us has a bingoed so far. I lead by 40. Great, and still no bingo from opponent, which is good given that I'm struggling with my racks. I do have hair in row F, but that takes an S and a Y for plays in column 15, so I don't want to do that. I don't have anything for going under Jap, which is E and S. So, this is what I'm thinking of, only 17 points. It's not giving a huge amount away unless opponent has a C. And all of these tiles are ones I want to play. It would be nice to play off 1 more vowel, but I'm not going to be able to do that. I certainly haven't seen anywhere. So I am going with this. Or duplicates. However, again, I have a scoring tile in the W and I have a lead. So winner is good. And I have a mind to turn over tiles if I can, given the blanks are unseen. I have win in row K. Air also takes an N. But I think there's a good chance opponent may play around hair. There's quite a few opportunities. And there's not much opportunities top right because of the openings it will create. Now, opponent has played Piet takes nothing in front, AE takes nothing after it, so that's the end of that little ladder. RE, quite a useful two-letter set for 9s, but this isn't a rack which is going to be generating a 9. So, what do I do here? Well, I can play Rawn, which sorts out the duplicates. Rack leaves okay. Just wondering about playing Raw in. I isn't the most dangerous vowel to put next to a double letter square. And I'll be creating 2 hotspots. And this rack leave is a lot better than AIN. I'm turning over 5 tiles. Is this wildly reckless? No, I think it's a sensible play. I'm going with this. Interesting, I draw the X for AX, but I don't have a tile for going after 5, which is only an S, so I can't get the X to play twice. I do have next in row H. Let's see how opponent is going to punish me. 50 points. Okay. Maybe I should have held on to that I. Now, I trail by 20. What can I do here? So, I have axe. For 53, but keeping 4 consonants is awful, but 53 points. Okay, so what about playing next here? 36 points, a lot fewer points, but a much better rack leave. Wow, tricky. Because I'm sacrificing 17 points. And this isn't a fabulous rack leave, but I really didn't like keeping 4 consonants. Including a duplicate T. Yeah, I am going with this. Interesting. No 7, I would have ab action through an I. Such a tight game, just 16 points between us. How expensive is Roarin going to be? Even if Roarin was better than Rawn in this particular game, it's been punished. Now, only 18 for opponent, which is good, so just 2 points between us. Does the L give me a bingo? No, and there's a floating E in column 15. No, not seeing a bingo there, but I feel this rack is getting closer to 1. Phil takes an S and an S only. B is the non-bingo-y tile. A and O also jettisonable. So what about playing cab? 22 points, decent rack lead, but not fabulous. Goes quite well with L. And just about okay with E. Opponent's limited in terms of what they can score in column 1. Can't get anything doubled. No H's to come, so it's simply vertical plays, not horizontal ones. And if opponent plays in column 1, they'll be leaving alone these bingo floaters. I'd much rather play off the O as well. Is that possible? And is there anywhere for bacon? 5-letter play? Well, there is, but it doesn't score very much. Well, it scores 19. I think it's worth doing given the blanks to come. Yeah, bacon for 19. Okay, well, I don't draw a blank. I've blocked myself from playing graduate in column 15. No, I haven't. That involves double E. But through an A, I would have graduate. Now, oh well, and opponent plays in the spot I had blocked. Do I have anything with the L? Gosh, that feels close, but I'm not seeing anything. Now I trail by 30. Bacon has blocked the board. But what I can do is play UG, 27 points, and I'm not turning over a lot of tiles. However, I am retaining a very good 5-letter set. Slightly dry board in terms of 7-letter lanes, but there are lanes, row L, row K, and if I draw an S, then row N as well. I am going with this. So I have unrated, untread, daunter, natured. Do any of those play? Een takes an S and a W. I have neither. Okay, opponent bingos. Can I reply in kind? Surely I can. I've got natured right here for 84. Fantastic. And now I do draw some S's. Wow, only 5 tiles left. Good grief. Hadn't realised the end of the game was creeping up so rapidly. Just 11 points between us. Oh, wow. Yeah, I was just thinking about that Z. And I don't have either of these blanks, so I'm in trouble. 2 tiles to come. What is the play? Wow. Y and U are both non-bingo-y. So, although ordinarily I would leave 1 in the bag, I think my chances of winning this game are maximised by playing off my non-bingo-y tiles and hoping I draw a blank. If I do, I could well have a bingo. But, well, opponent could bingo themselves, but this isn't a massively bingo-y set of tiles. Is this the best placement for YU? 8 minutes on my clock. Y is not a great floater, and I am looking to create a new lane. It would be good to create a 7-letter lane. I think I need to do this. Do I? Is there anywhere else for YU at the top? No, this is my play. Yug for 14. Wow. Does opponent have a bingo? If he does, he empties the bag, he wins. If he doesn't, can he outrun me? Because surely I have a bingo with this rack. And I've got 7 minutes to find it. So, Git takes an S. Let me look for 7-letter bingos. Well, let's just look for 7-letter bingos and see if they play anywhere. So, Diacils and Aidless. Aidless and Allah. So that is a 7. Now, should I turn my attention to this Y? In case the whole of the bottom of the board is blocked. Do I have dialysis? Oh, wow, and I don't because it's YSIS. 14 minutes on opponent's clock. So I'm considering this rack plus a Y. Not seen anything yet. I have the ILY ending and LY ending. Just checking to see if opponents played. Sometimes you get so wrapped up in your own play, you miss opponent's play. So that's dialysis. Still nothing. So this rack plus a Y. That's Salpids as a 7. No, still not seen anything. Opponent still not played. Okay, so I'm only seeing... Oh, now opponent's played. Aidless remains available. What do I trail by? I trail by 57. I trail by 71. I'm going to get 4 on count back. 71 I trail by, 4 on count back. So I need 67 to draw, 68 to win. What does Aidless score? 74. Let me just check my numbers here. 343 plus 74, 417. This wins. This wins. 7 minutes. Do I look for a better bingo? I think I do. I have 7 minutes. But that is a winning play. So I'm not going to labour this, but do I have a better bingo? Where would it play? Heinz takes an S. So N, it would have to end ES. No, nothing there. Do I have... No, this is best. Surely. So Aidless for 74. And the final score, 414 for opponent, 421 for me, a winning margin of 7 points, so a huge, huge win. Let's see what I missed. Wow, what a game. What an ending. That was insane. So it was opponent to go first. He did not play Weepy, he played Or. And now I was considering 5 and Fiver, and I think 5 is better. Opponent plays Gee. Wow, I'm still rocking and rolling and reeling from the outcome of this game. That was such a tight finish. Now, this rack, 5 vowels. Orifice. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay, but that's fairly similar to Oophia. Just a few more points, and Oophia retains the C, which is helpful, so I think those moves are similar. Opponent's rack plays Chi, and now I have all of these high-scoring tiles. Oh, wow, what do? I played Jockey D4, but Jocko available. Oh, down in column 8. Well, well done if you spotted that. I'm not sure it's a better play because it retains the Y, but it is 3 more points, so probably similar moves. Now, opponent's rack. He has this and plays Dreg. And now I'm really struggling, still a long way from a bingo. I have this. What do? I play Tor for 19. E1, Aura. I don't like placing an A in the middle of column 1, so I prefer my play, even though it doesn't appear down here. Apart from the first play, all of the other plays retain the U, and I wanted to get rid of that. Opponent plays Map. Now, C12. This is not where I play Hare. I play it down here in row J for... Wow, I didn't realise the point difference was quite so much. Yeah, that might have tempted me, or I think should have tempted me to play higher up. 17 to 26, 9 points is a lot. Now, opponent's rack plays Piet, and just 8 points between us. And this was the move which I thought may have cost me the game, given what happened immediately afterwards. So I play Raw in, G1, Nor for 24. I think that's the play because Rain is quite a nice 4-letter set and a lot better than any of the other options down here. Whoops. So I play Raw in. Yeah, Nor definitely a better play. And Rawn arguably a better one. Now, opponent's rack. Great play of Hebe, and suddenly I trail by 20 points. Thought about Axe, didn't like this rack cleave, and went with next for 36. So I sacrifice 17 points. Is the rack cleave of Bat 17 points better than BN double T? Well, it's not, but it is definitely a lot better. So let me see if I can evaluate this. And this is a very tricky set to evaluate, but B negative to start with, and everything makes it worse. So by the time you're up to BN, you're probably down at -5. T, maybe -8. Last T is terrible. I would say this is between -10 and -15. And BAT, I would say, is probably close to 0 or slightly positive, so there could be a 15-point difference in rack leave valuations and only a 17-point difference in score. And when the move evaluations are near to each other, as in less than 5, I tend to prefer the play with the better rack leave. So with all that said, I'm happy with next. Opponent plays Fill, and here just 2 points between us, and here is another critical move. So F11 Banco rather than Bacon, slightly more points, and I do go with Bacon here with an eye on the 2 blanks which haven't been played. Only 25 tiles left in the bag, so that's a reason for preferring a high turnover play, but Banco would have scored 4 more points in the same spot. However, what else is on offer? G11. Oh, Acton running over the top of Hebe, but retaining the B, which is non-bingo-y. So I'm reasonably happy with my play, but would certainly have preferred Banco. Opponent with an S plays Move for 40 points, and I felt now that a few of my plays had been responded to with high-scoring plays by opponent, and I trailed by 30. No miss bingo here. I play UG for 27, keeping a really decent 5-letter set and only 3 points off the top play, so I like it. But look at this. This is where the roller coaster end to the game begins. Fantastic bingo by opponent of Eastrel for 77 points, goes into a bingo's lead. However, I can come straight back with Natured for 84 to retake the lead by 11. Opponent slaps down a 69-point Z play, and I felt my goose was cooked. I'm again a bingo behind, with a pretty non-bingo-y rack and only 2 tiles in the bag. So I think all of these plays are rubbish, and Yug is definitely better than them. It at least gives me a sliver of hope, but that's all I had. However, opponent does not have a bingo, plays fines, and there may be a winning play for opponent. I think opponent has to block all my bingos at the bottom, and if he does that, he wins. But I don't know if that is possible, and certainly the examiner suggestions here are not looking for that move. It's a very algorithmic generation. Now, let's have a look at my available bingos. Oh, wow. So there was a bingo at the top, dismails and displays. Okay, well, opponent therefore didn't have a winning play in the absence of a bingo. And I find the second highest scoring with Aidless. But what an amazing finish to the game. This run of moves, Eastrel, Natured, Zoos, Fines and Aidless to finish the game. Absolutely rip-roaring stuff and tremendous fun, and delighted to come out in front at the end by the slenderest of margins. So many thanks for opponent for a tremendous battle. I hope you enjoyed watching that game. Like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.